April 14 marks 10 years since 276 girls were kidnapped from their school in Chibok in northeastern Nigerian state of Borno. A decade since the abduction, dozens are still missing. And since the Chibok kidnappings, mass abduction by armed men, especially of school children, have become more frequent. At least 500 people were abducted in the last 3 incidents that were recorded in the month of March. As correspondent Ajay Manguth reports, families of the Chibok girls have been living with the pain and hoping to reunite with them someday soon.
Rebecca Samuel is looking at the only pictures left of her daughter Sarah, whom she last saw in 2014. Sarah was just 17 when Boko Haram kidnapped her along with 275 other girls from their school in northeastern Nigeria.
We anticipated our daughter's return within a maximum of 2 years following her abduction. But the realization that it has been 10 years weighs heavily on our hearts. Every day we pray fervently for her safe return.
Sarah's family is just one of many whose loved ones remain missing. They are worried about the government's inability to rescue them in the last decade.
Campaigns and calls for the rescue of Sarah and the remaining Chibok girls who are still missing have slowed with each passing year and have been overshadowed by Nigeria's economic challenges and worsening insecurity, as kidnappings for ransom have now become almost a daily occurrence.
The kidnapping sparked global outcry and the emergence of the Bring Back Our Girls movement, which has been pushing for their rescue. Campaigners say 10 years is too long for the girls to still be unaccounted for.
10 years on, 185 of the girls have been rescued, released, or they escaped on their own. There are 91 girls that are still in abduction. So 10 years on, I am sad. We occupied, we sat in places, we sat we did all sorts just to make sure that that issue did not go under. The fact that all the girls were not brought back is failure of government.
The previous administration of President Muhammadu Buhari had promised to rescue the girls, but failed to do so before the end of his tenure in May last year. The Bring Back Our Girls campaigners say the current government still needs to work on finding the remaining girls and ensure that their families are compensated.
The Nigerian government, under the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, still has the opportunity to say that it prioritizes the security and welfare of every Nigerian child. Second, to make a public commitment that they are going to do everything within their power and influence to make sure that all of the Chibok girls are brought back.
The administration of President Tinubu is nearing its 1-year mark, but he has not said much about the Chibok girls. He has, however, directed security forces to ensure that they tackle insecurity across the country and rescue all kidnapped victims. While the world may have moved on from the Chibok kidnappings, the families of the victims say hope is what keeps them going.
The hope that we have is that as long as the girls are alive, we can meet again, no matter how long it takes.
But no one knows when that could be. Ajay Manguth in Abuja, reporting for DD India.